Okay, so here, this is the project that I started this about probably 10 years ago, maybe. And before I finished it, we moved to Florida, and it went in storage, and it sat in storage for all that time. And we recently cleaned the storage unit out and got everything out of it, and come across this, and I had forgot about it. So I don't have a build video. Pretty much I just need to finish it, and there's a couple of things that I don't know if I'm going to change or what. Let's see here. The bottom has a split because 10 years ago I didn't understand about wood movement, and I didn't plan for it. It's not really a split because it was two pieces, but I pulled them tight when I put them in there and butted them up, and I didn't allow expansion, and I've got plugs in all the screw holes on this. I could, the bad thing is I can't get a drill in there. I don't remember now how I put this all together, but trying to get it apart is going to be a booger. So I may just leave that. Shaker style. So it's got slats on the end, so I've got to put spacers in there because it wasn't really mortise and tenon. Then I need to sand it down. There's all kinds of, from being stuck in storage, it's been abused. So I need to re-sand it. This was to match end tables that I've got in the living room, that I've done those a year or two prior to this, so my memory from 10 or 12 years ago, or 12 whatever years ago, is not great. So I don't remember if I put finish on this. I know what I put on the other. I'm pretty sure I know, but so off camera I took and I cut some pieces. These will go in here to fill in. This is all soft pine, so they're a little. I cut them a little proud, and I'll just take a chisel and smooth them down. So as you can see, this end is done. This was done before I abandoned the project 10 or 12 years ago. So it's all sanded smooth. I don't remember how I got it that smooth. I'm sure it's probably just a lot of hand sanding, which everybody's a fan of, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna continue on with this, and I'll come back when I get it done. So I'm using Rust-Oleum wheat. Is a pretty rough piece as far as everything goes. Everything on it is rough. I could go through and spend another month or so straightening up the route work and all that, but it wouldn't look right, and it wouldn't be worth it. It wouldn't look right because the end tables are rough too. So I've got to a point where I'm ready to start applying some sealant on this. There's a couple things on it that if I were to redo this and do the whole set from scratch, I would do different. There's some knot holes and just little checks in the knots. There's a deep one over here. I don't know if this is showing, is on in the camera. or not. Yeah. Let me bring you in here and show you this. So this is pretty significant. There's another knot hole right here. To start over and build this whole set from scratch, I would take and fill those. I would get some CA glue and some black pigment or some black CA glue, and I'd fill those, level them, sand them down, make them look all nice. But this is part of a set that I've already got finished, so I'm not gonna take that step on this because I want it to look and match the end tables, and if I do that, it's not gonna match it. As bad as I hate to, I'm gonna put urethane on it. This morning I got up and I headed over to Menards and got a thing of urethane. And I got a couple of new brushes. So I'm going to try to put a light coat of urethane on this tabletop. Hopefully it'll turn out okay. I've wiped it down really good. I'm just kind of making sure there's nothing on it. It's been sitting here for a few days since I last worked on it, so just want to make sure there's no dust that's accumulated. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. So let's see if I can get something to get this can open with. It's a bit chilly out this morning. It's only in the 40s. I think we're only going to get up to like 48 today. So coming from Central Florida to this, I mean, we've been here a year, right at a year. It'll be a year the middle of December. We was in Florida for 8 years. I'm not really thrilled about it. Okay, so I just finished putting another coat of urethane on it. I went over it with a piece of 4/0 steel wool. I think that's all I'm going to do. I thought I might have to do a couple more coats, but this is laying down pretty good. I don't know if you can see this that well or not. The camera, I'm just holding the camera, walking around looking at it. Like I said, I'm not really the biggest fan of urethane, but this does match, and I'll show you the end tables one of these days. I'll show you what they look like and see what you guys think, if it matches up or not. So this is what they look like, the end tables look like. As you can tell, there is a glossy finish. So what do you guys think? Is it a match? Is it close enough?